It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. Today is Proposition 1F, elected official salaries, prevents pay increases during budget deficit years. Encourages balanced state budgets by preventing elected members of the legislature and statewide constitutional officers, including the governor, from receiving pay raises in years when the state is running a deficit. Directs the director of finance to determine whether a given year is a deficit year. Prevents the Citizens Compensation Commission from increasing elected officials' salaries in years when the state special fund for economic uncertainties is in the negative by an amount equal to or greater than 1% of the general fund. Summary of legislative analysts' estimate of net state and local government fiscal impact. Minor state savings related to elected state official salaries in some cases when the state is expected to end the year with a budget deficit. So, this is a feel-good proposition to kind of distract people, and it also is designed to keep people from just voting no on everything, because how could you vote no on this, right? Well, it's kind of a token gesture, and it's kind of silly. This is the kind of proposition or measure that you would expect San Francisco to pass. And what I mean by that is if you look at the things San Franciscans get to vote on, they get to vote on some neat shit. So the people in favor of 1F, State Senator Abel Maldonado, he's the guy who crossed the line in order to get the budget passed in the first place. Louis Euler, probably Euler, President National Tax Limitation Committee. Joel Fox, President Small Business Action Committee. Here's what they say. Yes on 1F, no pay increases for legislators during times of state budget deficits. By stopping legislative pay raises during state budget deficits, we can save our state millions of dollars when they're needed most and bring accountability to the legislature. Well, yeah, but millions of dollars really isn't that much when you consider the budget's $140 billion. Like I said, token gesture. Part of a responsible package of reforms to fix a dysfunctional legislature and bring accountability to a broken system. Yes, the system is broken, but this is not going to fix it. No pay raises for the politicians when our state is in a deficit. So anyway, someone has a butt. Who is showing their butt here? The rebuttal to argument in favor of Proposition 1F is by Pete Stahl, author of Pete Rates the Propositions. Wow, he sounds like me. He's rating the propositions. So this is what he writes, and I'm gonna read his rebuttal in entirety because it's funny. Oh boy, here's a brick we can throw at the legislature. That will make us feel better. Voters, please come to your senses. Proposition 1F will have absolutely no practical effect. Withholding pay raises from legislators will not suddenly propel them into agreement over how to balance the state budget. The problems run far deeper than that. What Proposition 1F will do is give you the illusion of having made a difference. You'll walk away from your polling place thinking, there, I've really stuck it to those louts from Sacramento. But come the next budget cycle, it will be exactly the same. Hardline legislators in both parties will obstinately refuse to make the necessary concessions, resulting in yet another long, painful stalemate. Yes, you will have withheld their pay raises. So what? The real reform was passed last November, when Californians wisely adopted the redistricting reforms in Proposition 11. Starting in 2012, many legislative districts will be less polarized, so more legislators will be answerable to constituents of both parties. This will result in more civility, cooperation, and compromise in budgets that work for all Californians. But Proposition 1F won't help. It's on your ballot just to make you think you're doing something. Don't be fooled now and disappointed later. Vote no. So I like the guy's candor, and his points are completely valid. Just because 1F passes, it doesn't mean that the budgets are going to get passed any more easily. Bringing in Proposition 11, although logical, is just clouding the issue and doesn't really serve his cause. And he's not saying that voting yes on 1F is going to make things worse. He's just saying it's not going to make things any better. He's not giving you a reason to vote no. He's giving you a reason not to vote yes. It's not the same thing. So he also gets to write his argument against it, which is much longer. It's entertainingly written, not as good as that one, but it's too long to read. And actually, his argument against it shows him to be a little bit out of touch. He says things like, the current salary for nearly all legislators is $116,208. In most of California, this is solidly middle-class compensation. No, it's not. I almost made that much for a while, and I was in the 90-something percentile. It's very hard to make that kind of money, even in California. Middle class, if it encompassed the middle 95% of the pay scale, and then you had 2.5% below and 2.5% above, that middle class would include that pay rate. I don't understand why he is saying things that go against his cause. If he's trying to get people to agree with him to vote no on 1F, he needs to put a little more thought into what he's writing. Pete Stahl's got a great idea, but he's a little secretly, his agenda is emerging, and it's making it tough. He says things, you know, many small business owners, doctors, lawyers, engineers, managers make far more. You may earn more or you may earn less, but you've got to admit that our elected leaders aren't getting rich on their salaries. Yes, but he needed someone to write this for him. Now consider that we ask these officials to run an enterprise with annual revenues exceeding $100 billion. That's roughly the income level of large corporations such as AT&T, Ford, and Hewlett-Packard. It's not Hewlett-Packard anymore. It's HP, legally. Whose executives are paid millions of dollars. When you think about it in those terms, paying salaries such as $169,743 for a treasurer and $133,639 for a Speaker of the Assembly is a terrific bargain. Let's not make that discrepancy even worse just for an empty, childish, feel-good moment. Vote no on Proposition 1F. You know what he just did? Nobody knows what these people make. If I'm reading this and I go, oh, the treasurer makes $169,743 a year? He doesn't need a raise. I'm going to vote yes.